landing at the airport, to see such a beautiful airport, and to have a building named after me. I was very happy about that. That was very nice. The airport is absolutely beautiful. The roads coming in were brand new and beautiful. And you've been a great leader and a respected leader all over the world. And we really do. We've had right from the beginning good chemistry. We've had a very special relationship. Turkey has become, under the president, a very powerful country militarily. People don't know how powerful, actually. They have a lot of our equipment, and they have a lot of great soldiers, and they're really somebody to be reckoned with. And the nice part is that because of the relationship that we have, it's all gone very well. I just want to say that I have a lot of respect for the president, and I think it's really to the benefit of both countries. We're going to be talking today about trade. We're going to be talking about other things having to do with the military, lots of different things. Probably we'll mention Iran, where we have essentially decimated their military. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. And we're going to have some very good discussions. But we do a lot of trade with Turkey. We make great things, and they make great things. And we've had it's had a very big impact on both of our countries. So I just want to tell you that it's an honor to be with you, and we're going to have a lot of good meetings. We're going to have good dinners, good food. We're going to have a good time, but mostly we're going to have a lot of work, and we're going to do good things for our countries. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım, tamamına kadar geldiniz. Çok teşekkür ederiz o yüzden. Çok uzun süren bir dostluğumuz var, biliyorsunuz. Son derece saygı duyduğum, yakın olduğum bir insansınız. Buradaki buluşmalarımızda görüşmek...
For those of you on Bloomberg Radio Worldwide, two couches away from the two leaders with the assembled, Mr. Hegseth, Secretary of Treasury Besson, and Secretary of State Rubio, of course, there as well. So far, no discussion of the World Cup last night.
Exactly. I suspect that there will be some discussion on Ukraine, on Iran. Everyone wants some clarity.
And now here's a first question, I believe, in English.
It's a decision we're going to make. We have a very good relationship. I would think that many people, I can tell you, many people, including the people sitting right here, thinks, why wouldn't we do that? We have a better relationship with Turkey, and Turkey's been in many ways much more loyal than other countries that we think would be loyal. So, it's something certainly we would consider. It's a great plane. It's the best, currently the best plane by far. And it's certainly something we will consider, yeah. Yes, Daniel, please. You never know why a relationship is special. Some people you get along with, and some people you don't. Sometimes you get along with the toughest people, like him, and sometimes you don't get along with the weakest, most pathetic people. You just don't get along. Maybe you don't respect them, but from the day we met, we got along. We had a pastor, as I remember, his name was Pastor Brunson, and it was a very big thing, and it was very traumatic. He was sentenced to a long-term prison sentence, and I felt he was innocent, and I called. Other people called. They got nowhere. I called the president, and he released him immediately. That was something that the evangelical community will never forget, and because he was a good man, Pastor Brunson. So, just things like that. We just it's always worked out. And I think it's been from the very beginning, from the first moment. I said it before, it's a chemistry that works between us. There are those that I don't have a good chemistry with, I will tell you that. And we work that out too.
Mr. President, are further troop drawdowns in Europe are you likely to announce further troop drawdowns in Europe?
Say it?
Are further troop drawdowns in Europe likely? And are you satisfied with the progress that NATO allies have made?
Well, we're going to see. I was very disappointed with NATO. And frankly, if it weren't held in Turkey, where My friend happens to be a very strong leader, a very strong person. It's possible that I wouldn't have attended. I felt I had to attend because of the fact that, I know he's gone all out. It was a big thing to have NATO come to Turkey or any place else. It's a big thing. But we weren't treated well because we did something in Iran. We don't need anybody's help. I didn't even want their help. But before I asked, they said they wouldn't be there. And we've invested trillions of dollars in NATO. Why? To protect European countries and others, Canada, etc., but to protect people, countries from, generally speaking, it used to be the Soviet Union, now it's Russia. And I say that's fine, but you would think that they'd be very willing to do something to help us, and they really weren't. In the case of the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister, I guess he's no longer there, maybe because of this. It was a very unpopular thing he did. He said, no, we'll help after the war is over. I said, I don't need that kind of help. We didn't need any help at all. And in a way, I was testing people. I was testing to see whether or not they'd be there, because I've long said that we helped them, but I'm not sure that they'd be there for us. And Italy turned us down, and Germany turned us down, and France turned us down. And it's okay. But, why are we spending hundreds of billions of dollars and they're not there for us? We've always been there for them.
Türkiye ile Suriye arasında Türkiye'de efendim.
İran'daki savaşın sona erdirilmesi için oldukça çaba sarf ettiniz. Müzakere süreci devam ediyor.
My Turkish is failing me. From Ankara, the beginning of the NATO meetings, it is a bilateral with President Erdogan, age 72, and President Trump, age 80. And you're hearing a strong presidential message. I do not have a teleprompt translation in real time of the Turkish. The two translators nearby here assisting Mr. Erdogan and Mr. Trump as well with the flags here. The symbolism of this, I really just can't find words for. And to review the geography and the ultimate unspoken tension is the president just spoke of Russia and dared to mention the Soviet Union from decades ago, is the Black Sea, spectacular through Istanbul. I can't say enough about the glory of the ancient Constantinople and all the mosques and such, and the churches from Byzantium. But the Black Sea moving north, and it's a sea. The canal moving north up to the Black Sea, rather, with Romania on the left, and then up to a beleaguered Ukraine. That is the unspoken here among all the other geopolitics. Within this press conference right now, and you heard the discussion of the military jets, we're deciding whether to stay with this, with Mr. Erdogan answering a question, and see if they go back to Mr. Trump here. It is Bloomberg surveillance worldwide and across America, on Spotify, on Sirius XM channel 121, and of course the imagery on YouTube this morning, very valuable as well, that from Bloomberg podcasts as well. The president listening now to the interpretation here. I'm being chastised by our control. My Turkish failed me.
Yes, I don't know what.
I did see From Russia with Love 3 times.
So that works.
Do you think that would work? I mean, talk about my initial love affair with Istanbul. I can say this, folks, I'll editorialize. With the global reach that Matt Winkler and John Micklethwaite invented, Alexis, the best food ever.
In Turkey?
Istanbul.
In Istanbul,
It's like
really?
California on steroids.
I have to go. I
The
haven't
food.
tried it.
It is just spectacular. It's a changed Istanbul. I went right where it was in the arc of Erdogan, its safest, I would say.
Okay.
And then there's been, in the last decade, there's been huge domestic tensions.
Well, there was a
there
long
with the
time when
coup.
U.S. tourists were not venturing over to Turkey because
Yeah.
it was so unsafe.
I think that tension is still there. We're not speaking as experts as well, but within this NATO meeting again, it's critical, the imagery of Turkey. And you just heard, Paul, the president said he's not sure he would have gone if it'd been in a more traditional continental location.
Right. So, but again, this is such a unique part of the world, bridging Europe with Africa and Asia. It's just such a unique geographic part. And again, you just look at Istanbul on a map, for example, it's literally a bridge.
It is, that's perfectly said. It's literally a bridge here. We're going to do Cypriot political economics with Alexis Christoforous here in a moment. But first, let's do a data check. I love doing data checks with Turkish in the background.
Oh, yeah, that works.
I mean, it really works out. Red and green on the screen right now, the VIX 15.87. Now we're going to go back, I believe, to the president
What does that mean?
of the United States.
Third party. Is that not part of the deal?
Third party? What is the third, with respect to what?
There's our concerns about the Russian missile defense system. Do you have those concerns about this system? Are they going
I
to
have no concerns at all about anything. I mean, he's a leader of a country that he's made a much better country, much more powerful country, and you see it. I mean, it's beautiful. You get off, the roads are beautiful. It's an amazing thing. Now, I have no concerns about anything having to do with Turkey. The relationship, I would say the relationship with Turkey right now is better probably than it's ever been. It was good in my first 4 years, but I think now it's probably even better than that, if that's possible.
Sir, U.S. military and Turkish military constitute a really strong and large military base for NATO. Are we expecting further defense cooperation out of this bilateral meeting, out of this NATO summit here in Ankara?
Well, we're going to find out when I go there. We're going to find out. We're going to be having meetings. I'm very friendly with many of the leaders. You know, some of them are new. We don't know them. But, you know, I've been doing this for now sort of a long time. If you count the 4 years where we had a rigged election, you know, I was very much into politics then, too. But I spent the first 4 years. I spent 4 years in a little different state. And then we've had an amazing, probably the best year maybe ever had by an American president. When you look at the economy, we have the greatest economy we've ever had. We have $19 trillion, $19.2 trillion to be exact, being invested in the United States. That's 7 or 8 times more than it's ever had. It's a world record, not just a U.S. record. And I just read where, in fact, coming over, I was in the car with those beautiful horses, those great riders, those great soldiers, and it came over the wires that Toyota is moving out of Mexico into the United States and building one of the biggest truck and car plants ever built. It's amazing. That's what tariffs do, if properly used. And so we've never had a more exceptional economy or potential economy. There's never been anything like it. Under the last administration, they did much less than $1 trillion of investment coming in. And we're at $19.2 trillion in actually the first 12 months, because that's where it's, you know, really, so we're there a year and a half, so that number is now substantially higher. But 19.2 trillion, Scott, for a period of 12 months. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. So we have by far the greatest economy. We have more jobs right now in the United States than ever before. And we have a great relationship with some countries on trade, and Turkey happens to be one of them.